What's going on, guys? This is Chandler Smith, and today I'm going to share with you why I just bailed on a 9-plex that was a really good deal, how I ended up losing over $3,000, and why it actually made sense for me to lose that money and move on without this deal. So with that being said, let's jump into it. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Chandler Smith, and I was so excited to have this 9-plex put me at 112 doors of rental real estate. However, I just really felt that I needed to bail on this deal. And I'm gonna give you the whole story, but I think a lot of people think that I bailed on the deal because I didn't analyze the numbers right at the beginning, or because I'm acting out of fear because of the coronavirus, or because, I don't know, a myriad of other reasons. But I'm actually gonna explain why I felt it was a good decision right now to bail on this deal, and why I think if you are in a deal right now, it might be a good call to bail on that deal and hold off for a minute. And so I'm gonna go into those details and help you understand why I think it's a good idea to wait. But just so you understand, this deal was actually extraordinary for the market before the coronavirus hit. I originally went in and I got it under contract at 230. I was able to whittle them down. I even bailed on the deal one other time because I thought I was going to put money into a 22-plex that now we've let that deal go. And that's a longer story that I'm not gonna get into today, but some of the same reasoning applies. And the reality is I found this 9-plex, I went back and forth on it, I got them down, I bailed on it, and then once my other deal fell through, which wasn't completely because of me on the 22-plex, even though it kind of worked out for the best, once that deal fell through, I came back to this 9-plex and I said, you know, it's a great deal. I want to pull the trigger on it. I feel like it's a good place to lock up my money right now. And so I went into it having already done the inspection the previous time I looked at it and having already bailed on this deal. And so to make sure the seller knew I was serious, I came in with a very low ball offer. I actually came in with an offer at only $300,000. And keep in mind, this property was already bringing in about $3,200 in rents every month, and I thought I could get that up to $3,500. So this was a freaking good deal, like a really quality deal that I was really excited about. But when I came in the second time, I wanted them to trust me after I'd already bailed on the deal earlier. And so I said, look, here is the deal with no inspection. Financing's already good to go. I'm gonna put down earnest money and we're gonna close this thing in 20 days. And so this deal has nothing tied to it, no way for me to get out of it because I'm all in, and I put $3,000 down in earnest money. Now, I had no idea coronavirus was going to take advantage of us the way that it has. And for me and my business, the coronavirus has caused a lot of uncertainty. Now, I'm not bailing on this deal because it's not still a great deal. Had I purchased this deal, it would have been awesome. The reason that I'm bailing on this deal is I truly believe even losing the $3,000 of earnest money and the $500 I spent on the inspection was worth it, because I think there will be blood in the streets when it comes to the kind of deals that are going to come after this coronavirus. I think there are going to be a lot of investors that are very stressed and just want to unload their property and break even. I also think that a lot of tenants are going to be unable to pay rent for a little while. And that's going to put a lot of strain on landlords, especially new landlords or even experienced landlords that just don't want to deal with it and want to take their equity out, or as much of it as they can get, and just not stress what the market's gonna be the next couple of years. And so with my situation, I've been very smart to keep strong reserves on all my properties. I'm not worried about my properties, but I really want to capitalize on some of the good deals that are coming. And I just felt that I could find a better deal than even this 9-plex. I have said, don't be greedy. I've said that multiple times in the past. If you find something that meets your numbers, buy it and go through with it. However, we're in a unique market now. I always tell you, don't time the market, but lucky you, the timing is here. And that's why I pushed off this deal and I was willing to give up money, is because I really believe I'm gonna be able to find deals that are gonna make me a lot more money on top of what I would have made off of this 9-plex, to the point where losing that $3,000 was more than worth it, because I can keep that extra $80,000 I was gonna put as a down payment into a different property. I know a lot of you are saying, Chandler, That's $3,000. How could you give that up? How could you be willing to just give that up? Why didn't you play your cards smarter? Why didn't you protect yourself with an inspection? Well, here's the deal. I'd already done the inspection. I took a very long inspection period on this property. It was a clean property. It was a good deal. And I did that before the coronavirus hit. And so at the end of the period to close, I bailed, and I feel really bad about it. I hated bailing on this seller, but I just really believe there are going to be better deals to come. And I really think one of the important principles about business is understanding what a sunk cost is. And that is, if it's money that you've spent that you can't get back, that isn't an excuse to spend more money. And I really felt that this other $80,000 would be more useful to me somewhere else in a different down payment or multiple down payments in what's going to come. And so even though I was losing $3,000, I had to be willing to let that go, recognize it was a sunk cost, and use this money to find even better deals. Again, I know some of you are saying, well, Chandler, you're breaking your rule. You said if it meets a 12% cash on cash return that you're gonna buy it. Well, here's the thing. I think this coronavirus is going to rock us. And I think there are going to be tons of opportunities to capitalize on the coronavirus and what it's doing when it comes to finding other properties to purchase, maybe some options with hard money. I mean, I think there's gonna be a lot of places I can put that money that's better. And for me, I am still looking and purchasing properties, but I have upped my requirements during the next 1 to 2 years, maybe even 3, to a 20% cash on cash return, because I truly believe I can find that in this market. I believe there's gonna be some crazy stuff, and there are gonna be a lot of people acting out of fear, and I want to capitalize on those opportunities. And so for me, it wasn't worth locking up my $80,000 in a good deal when now the market has opened up for some great deals. And so my advice to you is change your requirements during this time period. It's still okay to buy, but make sure you're buying on deals that are super strong, because a lot of people are acting out of fear and there's a lot of uncertainty. Who knows? Maybe we drag out for 6 months or a year with people struggling to be able to pay rent. Maybe it's even longer. And so I really do believe it's a good idea for all of you to change your requirements. So many people have been waiting to time the market. Well, here's the deal. You actually can. There are going to be some incredible deals the next couple years. So stiffen up your requirements and be ready to jump. The thing that people don't recognize is everyone wants to time the market, but what they didn't take into consideration is how scary it is to invest when the market is like this. It's intimidating, it's scary, there's a lot of uncertainty, but if you find a deal that meets your new requirements, jump on it and capitalize on it. If you've got a deal under contract right now that isn't as good as what your new requirements would be, I would suggest bailing on it, and you've got to make the decision of how much earnest money you have in it. If you're still within your inspection period where you could not have to lose your earnest money, and what your situation is. But in my opinion, there are lots of deals right now that might be under contract that are worth bailing on, because you know you can get a bigger return on that money in the next 1 to 2 years. So with that being said, please push the like button, subscribe to the channel, and we'll look forward to seeing you in the future videos where my goal is to help you be smart with your money and build a huge passive income for yourself. Thanks so much, guys. Have a great day.